Before we continue Zera Shimshon, I would like to share with you a beautiful parable I learned past week. And honestly, I was thinking to say that on Rosh Hashanah because out of happiness, I would have tear from this. But I'm not going to hold it. Why? Because A, I have emunah and bitachon in Hashem. I'm going to say it now. Hashem is going to give me a different parable for Rosh Hashanah. Number two, I'm going to forget it till then. Number three, I'm going to find you. Every day we have different crowds, Baruch Hashem. But you should know, today you came here, not only you made happy yourself, you made me happy by coming and supporting the shiur, respecting the shiur. And Be'ezrat Hashem, I'm waiting to get my invitation for your weddings, for bar mitzvahs, for brit milas, for all the other happy occasions that you will have. In Petichad Eliyahu we say like this: Hashem tells Jewish nation, Achoti, Hashem says, I love you dearly. You are to me like my sister. Rayati, you my friend, Hashem says to us. Yonati, you my pigeon. What's pigeon? If one dies, second one doesn't remarry. There's no such thing, second marriage. Hashem says, only one Klal Yisrael to me. There's no second. Hashem says, I'm not going to change you to different nation. And the last one is, Tamati, you simple one to me. Zohar tells us, don't read Tamati, read Teomati, you my twin. Why? Sheroshinim latal. Hashem says, because my head is still wet from the dew. I don't understand. Before Rosh Hashanah Yom Kippur, what Hashem is telling me, Ani ledodi vedodi li, I'm for my love, my love for me. Okay, so what does that mean? And then, Sheroshinim latal. My head is wet from the dew. Honestly, I was thinking you'd say that on Rosh Hashanah. Because Zera Shimshon began mashal from the king and the queen, I want to say it now. I want to combine our Divrei Torah to his, with this should be Meli Joshua. Besorot Tovot to Am Yisrael. A king and a queen really argued in the house. A king got so upset and kicked his wife out. He said, like, you know, sometimes people, I mean, today's generation, nobody does that. Maybe 100 years ago, people did. Kicked out his wife out of the house. Out of the palace. For years, hundreds of years, she was walking one way, he was walking different way. She got lost this way, he got lost that way, and suddenly they met. After years they met, she looked at him, he looked at her, he said, "No." How it felt to be out of the house. She said to him, how it felt to be out of the house? Terrible. Terrible! I feel like homeless, she said. You having fun? You go back, you sleep on your bed, you eat from your table, you use your couches, and I sleep on the floor, and I eat grass, and I freeze on the cold weather, and you have fun. He said, my dear, Achoti, Rayati, Yonati, Tamati, since the day you did not go back to the palace, I did not go back to the palace, says the king. You don't believe me? Touch my head. My head is still wet from the dew. From the dew that every day falls. Sheloshinim latal. Gimatria tal. Tet is 9. Lamed is 30. 39. 39 days starting from first Elul till right day before Yom Kippur. 39 days. The 40 days we go to Yom Kippur. We say, Hashem, Gimatria Rosh Hashanah is Bet HaMikdash. Bring us Bet HaMikdash. So we want to be with you together, because if we not in the Beit HaMikdash, Hashem, you are not in the Beit HaMikdash. Hashem says, I'm not back in the Beit HaMikdash. Why? Because my wife is not there. Klal Yisrael is not there. Do you know, every wedding you go, you must dance with Chatan. Girls have to dance with Kala. Why? Because every wedding is a small connection between Hashem and Klal Yisrael. as you're rebuilding Beit HaMikdash, I want to pray to Hashem with this mashal, knowing before Rosh Hashanah we should take Mashiach Tzidkenu, go inside Beit HaMikdash and dance. Can you imagine? Look how Hashem allows us. We in American land. Someone in Russia, someone in Italy, someone in China, someone even in Israel. Rabbi Elisha, you're the man, please come. Someone cannot even get to shul, forgot even that he's Jew. Hashem sits with him on the chair and cries. Hashem says, you cry because you don't know the Torah? I cry because I cannot enter my house. I cannot enter my house because you cannot enter my house. You cannot enter, I cannot enter. This shows us the pain that Hashem has that we don't have Beit HaMikdash. And with this, can you imagine how we're waiting to come close to Hashem, how Hashem is waiting to come close to us? So with this, Be'ezrat Hashem, we should get koach to get together, to put our acts together to Rosh Hashanah and Kippur, to do Teshuvah and to really connect with Hashem. Now, proudly, I want to continue Zera Shimshon. It will take more than maybe 10-12 minutes. I need your patience, I need you to pay attention. What was the question of Zera Shimshon?
Why it says 2 times?
Why it says 2 times the word? Anochi. If I play with the letters, but I want you to look inside and pay attention. Why? Because, not inside, pay attention. Why? Because when you don't have a smart board here, that writing and throwing letters in and out, it's a little bit hard. Soon, Be'ezrat Hashem, Hashem will help us to expand with Zera Shimshon's Yortzeit. With all your tefillot, everyone is praying over here. Now, today we learned those who don't pray here on Shabbat also should pray that our Sha'arei Eliyahu should become bigger. And soon, Be'ezrat Hashem, with your help, with Hashem's help, Be'ezrat Hashem, and then we'll have smartboard over there. We're going to play with letters, put letters, throw letters. It's going to be much easier. What? Of course in Forest Hills. Where I'm going to go? I'm not going to go anywhere. Okay. Let's go. Why it says double language? You know what? I'll give you first introduction and then I'll give you the answer. The introduction is, if Hashem from A to Z would take us out of Egypt, we would never go into exile ever again. Because little bit Moshe Rabbeinu's job was there, Aaron HaKohen was there, Miriam was there, because people's job was there, we had to go back to exile. Hashem says, after all together took us out, Hashem says, Anochi. But when Hashem will take us out himself by Mashiach, it says over there, Anochi, Anochi. I fix you. No one you will never see any more exile ever again. So now, who's a jeweler? I want to tell you one thing. Is there a difference when you cleaning the jewelry from the garbage? Is there a difference when you're cleaning the good or when you're cleaning the bad? Let's say, I want to take out of the plate the good, or I want to take out of the plate bad. Is there any difference to this, or no? It's the same thing? Is it same thing or it's different? Huh? It's different. Why is it different? I'm telling you lesson for life. If Hashem would take only the good, there is still coming a little bit bad to take. But if Hashem would take once all the bad out, there would never be bad again. Hashem said, until now, I took you out of Mitzrayim. But you know what? Inside of you, there's a little bit Mitzrayim still there. A little bit Mitzrayim came out with you. Erev Rav came out with you. I have to take you out again. But when second time Hashem will take us out, I want to be nice, clean language, because Umot HaOlam, they will not be there. Hashem will take all the bad out. Once Hashem takes the bad out, there's no more bad ever left. So therefore, only good will remain. So now let's look at Zera Shimshon, and you will see this beautiful word was said openly in the words. Omnam, it's Shin Nun Dalet, and the second count on top. Omnam, עוד יש לומר בעניין פרטיות השבח של אנוכי כתב הרמז. Ramaz. Ramaz, I believe, is buried right near Arizal. He was big Mekubal. B'Shem Lach, Al Pasuk Anochi Hashem Elokecha. He says, Shemilat Anochi Romezet L'Shechina. The word Anochi is symbolizes Shechina. Besod Nekuda Penimiyit. How? There's a Shechina outsider, there's a Shechina insider. Those who don't understand, it's fine. I, Rabbi Akilov, had to read this 14 times to understand. So if you don't understand with once, it's fine. If you have time, go over this shoe 3-4 times, you will get it 100%. If no, Hashem will understand, it's too hard for you, just go on further. Next piece. Aval, Anihu Bechitzoniota Ben Vetet. Look at me. Anochi, 4 letters. Aleph, Nun, Chaf, Yud. Take the Chaf away. What remained? Aleph, Nun, Yud. Ani. How much Gimatria? Ani, Aleph is 1. Nun is 50, 51. Yud is 10, 61, right? So now, how you say son in Hebrew?
Ben.
Ben. How much Gimatria Ben? 52. So, son put over here. How many left over there? 61 minus 52 will be 9. This is the 9th sfirot, okay? 9 letters. Okay, so now it says, Ani hu bechitzoniyuta ben vetet. Ben 52 and tet 9. Otiyot. Okay. Vehei habina. Hey of Yud Kai Vavke is bina. Shegam hi sot shchina. Ila v'sot ben. V'kol sheken. She'anochi Hashem Elokecha asher utzlicha akol bebina. Everything is in the bina. Understanding, bina, Zohar, Kabbalah. I'm not going to carry there. I don't know myself this. We'll go on further. Uma, by the way, be careful. Bina is stronger by women than by men. You have a new partner in the business. If your wife tells you, don't use him, he's nipajot. I just saw him first time in my life. What are you saying? She feels it 3 times faster than you do. Listen to her, she's right. Let's guess, out of 90 times, out of 100, woman is always right. 2 people buzzing downstairs. Who is coming? She will say first coming Avram, then coming Daniel. She's right. You argue, you'll see that she's right. Why? Women has certain feeling, bina. Hashem gave it to them. Okay. So no, it doesn't mean from today on you right, I'm wrong. No, we work together. We work together. Family, we work together. Now, Uma Shamar HaKadosh Baruch Hu Avram. מה לא אמרתי סלום אברהם? ומה שאמר הקדוש ברוך הוא לאברהם? Now Hashem said to Abraham, Anochi magen lach. I will help you. Stop for a second. Stop. Ask yourself a question. Why me, you, had to be here today? Why had to come here today? Listen good. Listen well. Whatever I'm going to tell you now, you're not going to hear in every shiur. People don't tell you, don't shoot arrows straight. Sometimes I do because I have to. I'm in the community and I know it's needed. In a day, at least 4 or 5 people you see, they need tremendous help. Help with smile, help with self-esteem, help with happiness, help with stress relief, help with some different thing, help with the joke, help with saying hello. If you have opportunity to throw one good word, or one small divrei Torah, or one small halacha, or one small daily dose, don't take for granted. Do it. Avraham Avinu felt depressed. Avraham Avinu. He taught thousands of people Torah. Suddenly, they all turned around and left from him when he did Brit Milah to himself. They said, what? 99-year-old man making ISIS jobs over here? Circumcision? Surgery? 99-year-old man? We don't follow you anymore. They all left. Hashem said to him, Aram, Anochi magen lach. I will support you. How? Anytime you throw your words to these people, it's gonna small spark will become big spark and they will return one day. They all left and they returned. Same thing. You know somebody doesn't keep certain halachot, is not happy in life, doesn't see matzlacha, does something. Say good words. Send divrei Torah. Now it's not gonna work. It's not going to help. He was going to turn around and he was like, this guy's fanatic, leave him alone. They will go to shul all day long. Hit his head on the wall. Whatever. Let them say whatever they want. But in long run, 6 months, 1 year, 2, 3 years from now, they all will come back because of the words you say. You know, I used to take this not so serious. I had bar mitzvah boy. 15, 16 years later after that, he came here. I hope he doesn't listen to the shoot, but if he's listening, he's gonna forgive me. He had some tattoos, everything. And I looked at him, I said, so I'm a good rabbi, you know. So I said, Chai, what did you do? He said, I don't have sins, this. So I said, what kept you? What kept you? Shabbat? I said, I don't keep Shabbat. Kashrut? No. What? He said, I remember when you were teaching me for Bar Mitzvah, you told me, promise you're going to wear tefillin every day. He said, even though I sinned whatever I sinned, I said to myself, I'm not going to let Rav Akilov down, and I wear tefillin every single day. That feeling that he wears every day, today he comes here. Like 2 weeks ago on Shabbat he was here. He keeps Shabbat for sure now, for sure. Well, his brother teaches a lot of people Torah. But, one word, I don't even remember this. You think I remember? I tell me what I thought I said. I don't remember. But, you don't know. You say good words. It's going to stay in him. It's going to play in him. And one day it's going to be out of him. And it's going to become closer to Tshuva. Do your part. So now, Hashem says, Anochi magen lach, hivticho shelo pa'al larek. Hashem promised Abraham Avinu, whatever you did is not for nothing. Ki otam shechazru lesuram, those who return back to their job, to their idols, back. Dibek bahem hara, vehuvra ratov shebahem, attached evil to them and separated good from them. Va'atidim lidabek bo otam shevo acharechen etzlo, and they all came back again with those who got connected to Avraham Avinu again. V'sha'atidin lamul, Hashem said, and you will see in future they will come to the Brit Milah. V'liyot ger tzedek, and there will be ger tzedek. Mamash ad kan deshono. I'll tell you, this generation, we need to keep our 4 eyes. We need to keep our 4 eyes to see boy or girl, happy or upset, depressed or not. They need help or they don't need help. Speak to them, call them, help them, go out of your way, send certain good text message. You don't know you're gonna save somebody. You don't know. Just do your job. And when you save it, you save the world. Saving one person, saving the world. Don't say, this is my job. No, yes, it is your job. Why? Because we are all one Sefer Torah. One letter is missing in the Torah, Sefer Torah is not kosher. One Jew is out of the box, we cannot say we Klal Israel. We lost it. We're not there anymore. So we have to be all together. Oh, we have 9 more minutes. Guys, am I boring?
No.
You're not bored? If you're bored, let me know. Can I say one joke to you?
Yes.
Said to me, 18, 19 years ago, I was walking. We had bad neighbor. We had really bad neighbor. Chinese. My father comes from Yeshua, puts 2 steps, from the bottom, they hit. My mom gets up, he's from the bottom. I come home, hit. We get scared, we don't know what to do. He said, I'm walking, what should I do? He said, let me tell you a joke. I said, okay. There was a guy who was walking in the house, somebody was hitting from the bottom. So he came to his rabbi said, you know, when you come home, take off your shoe and hit on the floor. Ta! 2 minutes later, take second shoe and hit. Ta! So he got used to it. He comes home, even the neighbor is sleeping, takes shoe. Shtach! Shtach! Every day, 2 shoes. Elul, what do you do? Teshuvah? Before Rosh Hashanah, he said on Rosh Hashanah, I will do Teshuvah, I will not hit anymore. Tkiyat Shofar, his heart melted, said, how will I do? Never again, never again. So, finished. Comes home, when you get habit, it's not easy to stop, you know? So he comes home, right away takes off his shoe, stop, throws. He said, second one, I made Teshuvah. I said, I'm sorry Hashem, I forgot. Put second shoe on the shelf. He show spot. 30 minutes later, somebody's knocking. What happens? Neighbor says, throw the second one, I want to go to sleep. On those who simply apologize. This is what happens in life. I'm sorry. Hashem should protect us. Let's go, guys. Who's falling asleep on Rav Akilov? I want to see you. Let's go. Who's falling asleep on Rav Akilov's going to get a joke. Ba'atam. And the reason. She'od kav romezet lepinimiyut. And let a kav. Any person, letter Kav, he's a hidden, inside guy.
Humble.
Inside, humble. What Kav starts? Kav. Any name with Kav? I know, Malkiel, Mem. What? Huh? Kahana, Kohen. Any, Kalev. Any letter Kav? Katya? What? Kain is a Kuv. Letter Kav is a humble, simple person. Letter Kav is hidden. So Anochi, the Chav, Hashem is hidden. Ani, Aleph, Nun, Yud is open, outside. So now, this is Kav, Lemez, Lepnim, Yud. Haynu Bnei, Sheben, Betedot Yod, Haynu Tet Tzfilot. 9 is 9 Tzfilot, Zulad HaKeter. Without Keter, Kav is Keter. Keter is crown. Crown is hidden. Okay. שלעולם נחשבת מעולם העליון. והכתר הוא עצמה הפנימיות. כתר, כף, קרונה, crown, sorry. Corona is Lashon. Crown is inside beauty, inside holiness. ואם כן, אני הם תת ספילות בלא כתר. So, אנוכי is אני, 9 ספילות without כתר. אומנם, כשבאה הקו דהיינו הכתר, אז יש גם הפנימיות. In the word Anochi you have outside name of Hashem and inside name of Hashem. And you have 9 sefilot and keter inside, 10 sefilot in the word Anochi. So now, אומנם כשבאה הקו דהיינו הכתר, אז יש גם פנימיות. בשעת מתן תורה, היו כל ישראל שם בלב אחד כאיש אחד. By Matan Torah, the whole class was together. So Hashem said, Anochi, all the 10 sefilot included. Inside name of Hashem, outside name of Hashem, all together. You should know one thing. In every couple, what the guy says, Hare ad mekudeshet li. Lamed is the biggest letter in the Torah. That is man. Yud is the smallest letter in the Torah. That is woman. In every marriage, there's 2 Shechinot getting together. Upper world and lower world. One of them is upper, one of them is lower. One is loud, one is low. One is a little bit humble, one is a little bit not humble. This is what makes whole circle together. This is what makes Shidduch together. They say, oh, we're 2 opposites, maybe not just opposite. Because you're 2 opposites for each other. Also, why did Hashem put us together? To work it out. You should know one thing. Any person gets married, you didn't open the America, it was open before you were born. When a person is born, before he's born, Hashem takes one neshama, splits in 2. Says, you go in that download, you go in that download. When they get married, the 2 halves get back together. Okay? Tell me one thing. If a kala doesn't open her finger and Khatan doesn't decide to put the ring, is there marriage? No, same thing. Opening a finger is like person making teshuvah. Putting a ring is Hashem is putting a ring on us on Elul. If we don't do the teshuvah, there's no hole in the needle and there's no marriage. You agree with me? That's right. Let's continue. V'haita habina she'im abanim shel ma'mutkenet. By the way, why bina is woman? Because it says em abanim. Hallelujah. Em abanim. Mother of the children. Okay. שמשם נשמות בני ישראל ומשום אחי אמר אנוכי, because of all this tefillot, 10 tefillot comes out all the neshamot. When Hashem said Anochi, he basically boosted all the neshamot. Whose neshama was by Har Sinai? Whose neshama wasn't? That's the problem. From Adam Arishon until Mashiach's neshama, every neshama was by Har Sinai. Gemara in 2 places asking a question. How do you know somebody's great-grandfather was not standing by Har Sinai? Means, goy. How do you know? I'm not trying to say go walk around in the middle of the street and say, da, niet. No, don't do that. Just, when you see in the Jewish nation, somebody openly sins and he has no chutzpah, no face, you should know his great-grandfather was not standing by Har Sinai. Goy. When someone has no face and does open sins, like tremendous sins openly, no chutzpah, stay away. And today we don't have Jewish people like this. Baruch Hashem, we're making tshuva, coming close to Hashem. Don't investigate anybody. ולעתיד לאות תהיה מתוקנת אף השכינת אותו בכל מכל. Oh, look what it says here. Where did I get from? Chatan Kala to Shechinot up and down. from here. Look what it says. Unbelievable. ובשעת מתן תורה היו כל ישראל שם בלב אחד כאיש אחד, והייתה הבינה שהם הבנים שנאמר, ומתוקנת שמשם נשמות בני ישראל, ומשום אחי אמר אנוכי, ולעתיד לבוא תהיה מתוקנת אף השכינה תטע. And the bottom Shekhinah will be also fixed as the biggest bracha in Birkat Hamazon. What? Bakol, Mikol, Kol. Don't forget that. Gemara, Baba Batra, I believe, page 16. Bakol, Mikol, Kol. Avram, Yitzchak, and Yaakov. He said Bakol, he said Mikol, he said Kol. Yesh li Kol. Ba'Avraham Zaken, Adonai Berach et Avraham, Bakol. Bakol. ויתן לי מעשר מכל יצחק אבינו. יעקב אבינו, what it says? יעקב אבינו, וכי יש לי כל, he says I have everything. בכל מכל, the biggest ברכה in the world. If you have כוונה בכל מכל כל עם ברכת המזון, you have biggest הצלחה coming towards your way. באותה העת כבר קצבה כל הנידחים הפזורים, ותהיה אף היא במדרגה הפנימית. כי נשמות הגרים הם מבחינת יותר תחתונה משמונה בני ישראל. When Goyim want to become Jew, then Neshama is much lower level than regular Jew. But when he becomes also in that level. So now, לפי שעתה בקלות נאמר, אמותינו כאלמנות, דהיינו שתי אמהות, ולעתיד לבוא, תתנחמנה שתיהם. Now, since we don't know who's a ger, how many gerim, what we have, when Hashem redeems us in future, one Anochi for Klal Israel, one Anochi for even Gerim. So therefore it says Anochi, Anochi, 2 times Anochi. Why 2 times Anochi? 1 for Klal Israel, 1 for Gerim. Since we are holding by 10 o'clock. So basically Zera Shimshon says the first Geula Hashem did through Moshe Rabbeinu. Person involved, Hashem has to do again. Second Geula, Hashem will do himself. Therefore, no more Geula necessary. Therefore, it says 2 times. Tell me one thing. I feel if I'm going to skip something, I'm going to steal from somebody's mazal. I don't want to do that. You want to wait 5 minutes? I'll read everything through? Yes? Yes? Yes, not hard. They see it's working. Everything's good? Everything's working. Yeah? Let's go. Look inside. ועל כפל מילת אנוכי. עוד יש לומר דאיתא במדרשים. You should know, when Satan dances, that's where the source of bracha comes in. 2 minutes, listen and enjoy. שגאולות הראשונים על ידי שהיו ביד בני אדם. The first גאולה was through help of people. People were involved. משום מה כי היה אחריהם שיבוד. After that there was exile. אבל גאולה האחרונה תהיה ביד הקדוש ברוך הוא, לא יהיה עוד שיבוד אחריה עד כאן לשונו. The last one, only Hashem will be in the presence, nobody, nothing. Mashiach comes, one, Hashem will do everything 100%, therefore there will be no more exiles. Freedom. והנה, בגאולת מצרים, אף על פי שנתקיים דן אנוכי, what did Hashem say? Egyptians, they torturing you? Hashem said, I will punish them. Even though Hashem said, I will punish them, and he did, still there were some involvement of Moshe Rabbeinu. במידת בחולות דכתיב בה, ועברתי אני ולא מלאך ולא שליח, בכל מקום רוב הגאולה היה על ידי משה ואהרון. Majority was done through משה ואהרון. אומנם לעתיד לבוא יהיה הכל ביד הקדוש ברוך הוא, ולא כתיב 2 פעמים אנוכי. ולכן כתיב 2 פעמים אנוכי. Because the next one will be only through Hashem, therefore it says 2 times אנוכי. עוד בדרך אחר, שידעו שגאולת מצרים הייתה בחיפזון. When we were coming out from Egypt, did we rush? Did we rush or no? Yeah. Yes. בחיפזון יצאתם ממצרים. Why? Because if split second we would not come out, we would be stuck there for life. כי לא בחיפזון תצאו. היינו ששם הוצלחו להיגאל בחיפזון לפי שהיו שמשוקעים בטומאת מגוללים ולא נטהרו. Because we were involved in their טומאה, והוצלח להעיר להם עול גדול כדי שיבחרו המזיקים והמקטלגים. Therefore Hashem needed to bring us his שכינה to separate all the demons and bad angels from us and to take us out from Mitzrayim. כדכתיב, תזרח השמש יאספון. As the sun rised, they were all gathered. באחר יום טוב, הראשון שכבר יצאו, after יום טוב, first day Pesach, you should know one thing. The first day Pesach is the biggest one we can reach in life. After Hashem took us out on the first day of Pesach, Hashem put us back into mind and says, now 49 days you work hard to get to the level that I put you yesterday. This is why we start counting Omer 49 days, 2 Shavuot. Wherever they were gathering Kedusha for 40 years in the 42 stations, they got all this in one night of Pesach in Mitzrayim. So this is very important. When you get married, on the first day of the wedding, is so happy. Woo! A week later, Rav Akilov can answer your question. Yeah, what happened? Did I make proper choice? Yes, you did. But over there, Hashem raised you to the highest. Now Hashem says, now you have to get yourself there. In order to feel bracha, you have to work hard. And then, after you reach there, then you see how bracha goes towards your way. Let's continue. Gustavo will continue. Okay, let's go. 3 more minutes. Oh, I said 3 minutes ago, no? 2 minutes. Oh, Hashem says, I will separate you from the nations. Oh, remember I asked you a question? Separating good from bad, bad from good, which one's better? Look what it says. I never thought about it. Zera Shimshon was genius. Hashem says, I will separate you from the nations. When? And the last one. Now, look at it. Oh, sorry. From Egypt, Hashem says, I will take you from the Goyim. Hashem took us clean piece of gold out of that, and now he has to take a little bit, shape us up. This is why we go through all these galuyot, exiles. But when Hashem will take all the Goyim in the last exile, then there will be not necessary nothing anymore. If Hashem would say, I will take all the nations away from you, there would be no more future for Goyim. Ela va'avdil etchem. Hashem said, I will take you kazeh shu borer hayafe mitoch hara vechozer uborer. A person takes good from the bad and then again takes good from the bad, again good from the bad. So this is all our exile and exile. But when you take once bad from good, no more bad left. V'ach ketiv anochi magen lach. Therefore Hashem said, I will do good for you. She'evtiach Kadosh Baruch Hu Avraham she'ura ratov shebahem. דמשמע שעתיד לעשות מה מבירור אחר. אומנם וכאן אמר בלשון כפול אנוכי אנוכי הוא מנחמכם. דמשמע שעשה בירור אחר בירור ומעט אין עוד תקומה לאומות העולם. When Mashiach comes, there will be no goyim. 90% goyim will desire to become Jewish. Why? They will see the truth. You know, the whole world is like a movie theater. You go into a movie theater, everything is dark and they show the movie. People think that's the true stories, you know. But when you take a flashlight, start putting, all the movie is gone. Why? Whenever there's a true light, the fake story is gone. When Mashiach comes, people see with their eyes, Ki Hashem echad u'shmo echad. Hashem is one and His name is one. So there's no more Yoshka, this, that, all the waste of time, all the shtuyot, all the fake stuff. They will want to go after Hashem, but the question is, will there be enough room for them or not? I will tell me one thing. People walk around proud saying some communities do not accept Gerim. Bukharians we do, unfortunately. Or maybe fortunately. Tell me one thing, is it good to accept Gerim or not?
Depends. No, it's good.
Depends on the good.
Yesterday in Daf Yomi, actually 3 days ago, but for me it was yesterday, I just did it. It's a big question. Somebody's father dying. He has 2 sons. One religious, one not religious. Should he give some inheritance to not religious son or no?
Yes. Why not?
Huh?
Firstborn, secondborn.
He's gonna take it, go do Chilul Shabbat. Should he give or no? Yes. Why? What Gemara says why?
So he doesn't go off the derech.
He's already off the derech. You don't know which children he's gonna have. His grandson or great-grandson will become a big rabbi. So therefore you're stopping this from him. Do you know what? With this sure, a lot of principals will hate me. Chazak Baruch, let's do it. When they kick out a kid from the yeshiva, they'll be responsible for him and all these children that he would have had, and they will be Talmidei Chachamim. I feel bad for their Gehenna. I really feel bad. For a couple of dollars, they throw kids out of the yeshiva. I feel bad for their Gehenna. Why? Hashem says, you know what the rabbi would have come out from this? Now look how positive thing was to get some gerim. Avram Avinu, through 3 words, a guy disappeared for 10 generations, 20 generations. When did idol came out from him? You know who? Rabbi Akiva. The other guy came out from him, Rabbi Meir Balanes. From what? Because 20 generations ago, Avram Avinu gave 2 nice words. Remember Rabbi Shimon ben Gamliel's wife gave kosher milk to the Andriyam? In the end of the day he became Jew. Remember that story? How they forbid Brit Milah, and then they did Brit Milah, somebody snitched on them, they went, and the Andriyam's father said, take my son. Remember that story?
Yeah.
And she was on the way feeding the baby kosher milk. At the end of the day,
יש אנשים שלא שמעו, אולי תספר לנו. יש אנשים שלא שמעו את הסיפור הזה, אולי תספר לנו, בבקשה.
זה יהיה קצת יקר מאוד, I'm joking. You know what I'll tell you? They're pressing on the buttons that I should say the story. I feel bad, I'm rushing because I feel you sitting on the needles and pins over there. But if you find, let's tell the story. Rabbi Shimon ben Gamliel, he's coming from the Nesiim, from Hillel HaZaken. In his time, they said a child, Jewish child, should not have Brit Milah. A goy, Roman emperor, said no more Brit Milah. Rabbi Shimon ben Gamliel, he went to the rabbi, but that rabbi already shaved his beard off, put his cap as a stranger, like as a simple guy, put his Brit Milah knife in his pocket. He said, Rabbi, what do you need? He said, I have a baby boy, tomorrow Brit. He said, I'm coming to your basement tomorrow. So Rabbi quietly called his 9 relatives and the rabbi. So they did Brit Milah to the boy. One neighbor saw it. He said, they did Brit Milah in the basement over there. He went to the king, 2-day journey, and he snitched on the Rabbi Shimon ben Gamliel. He snitched on them. Week later came to the rabbi's house later, saying, I trust you, you're my close friend, and you go to Brit Milah. And I said, don't do Brit Milah. You, your wife, and a baby come over here. If you're guilty, convicted, all 3 of you will be executed. So now, Rabbi took his wife, took the baby, and he's going. He's going on the way, the 2 days way, 2 days journey. So they stood by one Roman guy. He said, Rabbi, how are you? It's good. He said, where are you going? He said, I'm going to die. Where are you? My wife and we are going to die. What do you mean, go to die? He said, yes, somebody's snitched. He said, Rabbi, I have advice for you. My wife, 4 days ago, had also a baby. You leave your baby by us. Tell your wife to give some pumped milk. We'll feed him. Take our baby and go. So she took the baby and started going. Baby cried on the way. So what she did? She feed the baby. What she's eating? Kosher food. Kosher food, kosher milk. A lot of times people come, Rabbi, everyone has to be kosher, baby. I said, well, baby is a goy. If you give baby now not kosher milk, not kosher, tomorrow it's going to reflect you. So what happened now? They went. King looked at the rabbi and said, listen, I called you chief rabbi, you're coming from such a dynasty, from such an important family, you go against my wishes. What are you talking about? Why would you bring me? I said, look at the baby, what are you saying? He says, yeah, I'm sorry. Call him, I do it. They called rabbi's neighbor. He said, I'm wrong. How can you snitch on me to the government? He says, I saw you that day, you should have been listening, like those fanatics for COVID-19. Oh, this here, it's called there. Snitch will never be a human being. It's dangerous. So what happened? He said, look at the baby. He said, no, I saw. King said, listen, I'm embarrassed. You made my friend Janganozi to me. Hang this guy. They went and they hung him. They killed him. The rabbi with his wife, with the baby. King said, listen, I feel bad. By the time you'll go home, I have 5 more snitchers. You know what? Go tell your community to do Brit Milah. I don't want people snitch on you. But story doesn't over here. So they went back again. Baby cried. So she had to feed the milk to the baby. They came. After they came, Rabbi went home. 2-3 years later, he says, listen, Rabbi, my son is demanding me to write you a letter. How are you? How is your son? He says, Baruch Hashem, my son's good. Your son, good, Baruch Hashem. He says, do you mind if our children continue talking some, whatever they learn? He says, I don't want my child to learn from me. He says, no. what your son learns in yeshiva, they will discuss with my son. Says, no problem. The kid grew up, Roman king, learning Torah from Rabbi Shimon ben Gamliel's son. Some say that was Rebbe, some say that was Rebbe's father, whatever. So now what happened? In the end of the day, he became ger. All his followers became gerim. Gemara is asking a question, how he became ger? Why? Because of the kosher milk. You see, sometimes you give kosher milk, sometimes you give kosher words. You give 2 things. Do not give hurtful words to make somebody religious. You're pushing him off, and you're responsible for that. Say something makes people happy, makes people feel good, makes people feel want to come close to Torah. And you get the reward, whatever he keeps, whatever she keeps. And that's important. Look at the bottom line, and this will finish. Omnam, b'ma she'amarnu nicha shapit. Shemilat Anochi רומזת לפנימיות הקדושה כנ"ל. The word Anochi symbolizes the inner holiness of Hashem. ועוד שהוברר הטוב מן הרע. And also to separate good from bad. דהיינו, הגרים שבאו להתגייר. גרים that are coming to be converts. They are good from the bad. From among the goyim, there are few individuals that want to become gerim. Should you take them? דהיינו הגרים שבאו להתגייר. וזוהי מתנה טובה, כמו הכתובה שנותן הבעל לאשתו. The good gift, how her husband gives to his wife. This Lord Hashem says, this is the gift for me. When Goy becomes Jew, when he wants to be, when he wants to become real ger, and that was the matana Hashem gave to Avraham Avinu. וזוהי מתנה טובה כמו הכתובה שנותן הבעל לאשתו. ועניין מתנה זו הם Rabbi Meir, Rabbi Akiva, Shemaya Otanun v'domeim. The present from those gerim came out who? Rabbi Akiva, Rabbi Meir, Shemaya, Talion, and so on. Our job is not walking around and bringing goyim. No, but if somebody really wants, he fights, says, I'm going to kill you, you're not going to make me Jewish. That's a different story. That's different. He really wants. Why you want? You want to get married to somebody? No! I want to do because I want to learn Torah. I want to be connected to Hashem. That's a different story. שהיו בני גרים והלביצו תורה בישראל. And these people, they spread the Torah in the world. והואיל זכותם לכל ישראל. And they give זכות לכלל ישראל. מעתה, הכנסת ישראל טוענת שהקפיא לו הכתובה. Hashem, כלל ישראל says to Hashem, Hashem, you want to bring us back to the Beit HaMikdash? Give us double ketubah. Like husband kicks out his wife and says, no, sorry, she's not guilty. She says, what? You want me to come back home here? Give me double ketubah. דוויינוי. דהיינו שיעשה בילוד שני ויוציא מהאומות כל צד טוב שבהם. כלל ישראל says, take all the good sparks from goyim and give it to us. ועל זה מבטיחה הכתוב שיקפול לה כתובה. דהיינו ממש אנוכי ומנחמכם. Hashem says, not only I'll take you out from among the goyim, but also goyim good sparks I will take and I give to Klal Israel with this. As Hashem will take all the sparks, all our negative things that's standing on our way, Hashem should take it away from us and put in us all the good and positive that should get us closer to Hashem. All our wishes should come true. To people, Zera Shel Kayama. Those who want to get married should get married. Those who have banim zecharim should have banim zecharim. And those who want to enter to their houses should enter to their houses. And Be'ezrat Hashem who's praying for their children to be in a proper path, they should be. And we should dance in their wedding. Baruch Adonai Elohim.